Tell us about trademarks.
What do you want to know?
Okay, so I have an NIL deal, and included in that NIL deal are assignments. And someone says, "Well, what's an assignment?" And then you would say,
Say that means that you're giving the company or the brand or whatever, the right to use your name, brand, likeness, voice, trademark as freely as they want. You're assigning them the rights to market you and essentially just use your name. But the number one thing I will say about trademarks that everybody gets confused, intellectual property has five different pieces to it. Trademarks are just for names, words, brands, and logos. So literally just words and logos. If you put it into even simpler terms, trademark is your brand, your name, your slogan, your logo, your phrase. Copyrights, on the other hand, are completely separate. Completely separate. They are created works, like physical creations. So copyright, creation, trademark, brand. And then for some reason, everybody also throws LLCs interchangeable with trademarks. And an LLC is just a business formation. So if you form your own business, I love that for you. It's still not trademarked, and you do not own that name, that brand, or whatever logo you associate it with. These are all separate entities.
"Can you explain why you don't own that logo, that name, that brand?"
Yes. So an LLC is similar to a corporation, but for I would say smaller scale businesses, it's literally you're just creating a business. But if you're creating, keep it legal in California, keep it legal LLC in California, there might be a keep it legal corporation in Pennsylvania, and you guys have nothing to do with each other. Now, if you want to avoid that, you file a trademark and you trademark the words keep it legal, so no one else in this entire country can name anything keep it legal in the same industry.
Now that we understand trademarks and we understand branding, then also let's say in the contract it says, well, this trademark will only be responsible for this class. And obviously, like when you are going to apply for a trademark, you have to apply under a class, and the class basically are different type of subject categories of the type of mark that you would be applying for. Could you give us a little bit more information on that, please?
Good job, Jordan. Good
You
job,
didn't,
Jordan.
you didn't know I
I'm
knew.
such a trademark
You
nerd. I
didn't
don't
know.
know. No, that makes me so happy. Um, So yes, a class is kind of synonymous to an industry. So like food, beverage, entertainment, advertising, clothing, these are all different classes. And with a trademark, um, let's say Nike, maybe they started out just for shoes. I'm not sure. But that's a separate class than clothing, hats, sweatpants, all of those things. So not only do they have to file a trademark, they have to file a trademark in each class. And I'm sure that Nike has multiple, probably entertainment and education, business and marketing. I don't know, maybe they want to start a food line or whatever. All of those have to be applied for. So if you want to occupy all these sorts of different classes and industries up front, you have to put them all in your application. Well, that's $350 per class before you pay an attorney. So if you want to own your name across every class, there's 40-ish classes. I don't know the exact number. I think there's
It's
45 or
it's a
47.
lot.
Yeah, so whenever you're filing a trademark, if you have all the money in the world, you should file for every class that is applicable. But if you don't, you got to start with the one that's most important. For most of my clients, it's merch, which is class 25, and it's education and entertainment, which is class 41. And education and entertainment are together, which is kind of a cool thing for most people that I do work with, because it's usually synonymous. You want to teach somebody something, you want to do a podcast, you want to do a website, but you also want to be in the music or TV or film space. So it's all under one class, which is nice. But let's say you wanted to do those two, which most of my clients do. That's $700, and you still gotta pay me. So yeah, it is an expensive process. Usually, I don't know. I don't know what other attorneys are charging, but I charge 1850 for one trademark in one class, and that does include one class filing. So essentially, it's $1,500 plus the classes. So it is an expensive endeavor, but you should file it immediately, because once you file it, your application is put in. That's when you can start policing other people. Hey, that's my brand. You can't use that. Hey, cease and desist. It starts from the moment you apply, not the moment you're registered, which is a misconception, because trademarks can also take an extremely long time. Could be 2 years, could be 5 years. It depends on a lot of different things. Like I said, we could talk about this for 12 episodes and it still won't be enough information.